But no, hopefully everyone's weekend was good. I'm trying to think of what I would. Oh yeah, that's right. My weekend was extremely busy. Let's see. What was my weekend? Um, so Saturday was grocery shopping, Pathfinder. Uh, let's see, grocery shopping, Pathfinder. Um, and then a birthday celebration after ingredient prep. And then Sunday was cooking, and then I had a hangout planned with a friend for a bit. So relatively busy weekend. Foppy. Yeah, we're drawing. I'm trying my hand because I'm trying to draw myself, and then I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna stick Rev in here. But I'm gonna try to draw. Also, I'm trying to also add Rev in here. It's like because all of us started art around the same time, and I kind of want to do a little doodle of all of us. Falling around to make my PNG. Nice. Productive, very. But yeah, I'm gonna restart the fucking face because I do not like how it's turned out. Welcome on in, G-Tier. I'm glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Okay. Go ahead and move you up so that way I can actually like look at what's going on here. But no, hopefully y'all had a good weekend. A busy weekend for me, but I've heard that for some it was also very busy. For some it's been very very quiet, which I think is I envy the days of quiet weekends, but you know, I'm also like I'm happy doing what I'm doing, so like I can't be I'm not gonna be like, oh, how dare you have a relaxing weekend. I played a lot of MMOs last night for unknown reasons. For reasons we do not understand. It's starting to bourbon it up. Welcome on, Ash. Look at sweeping. That's her. Oh, thank you for reminding me by showing up. We got some shoutouts. Go give Big O a follow. Heckin' super sweet being with a cute Pokesona. I'm a big fan of Luxray Sonas. I think Luxray is an underrated Pokemon for sure. Who else we got? Okay, I think it's just we got Astral. There you go. I'm a self-proclaimed walking enigma. But yeah. To some degree, I'm of two minds because I'm like I want to like almost space out the like I wonder if I can like add a queuing system where there's like a 10-minute delay between shoutouts. So you know how to tell you this, but I've seen many Lux art, especially the spicy variety. Lux art, like the League of Legends champion. Thanks, I'll regularly stream someday. Someday. Luxray for short? Oh. I was gonna say, it's like, do you have any idea? I'm gonna be 100% with you. Lux might be like the single most used, like it's like, because that could be referring to, you could be referring to Dell underscore Luxy, you could be referring to the League of Legends champion, and now I guess we have Luxrays. I'm like, do you have any idea how little that narrows it down? Okay. You can bully Starky with a no context to Lux. No context to Lux. I mean, I'll just start fucking lying. I'll just start like going off on completely unrelated tangents. Me when I ignore my chat and talk about whatever inane bullshit I'm on about this time. Okay. I am to some degree having to remind myself how I went about drawing some of the other features. I swear to God, it's not so much a problem if your art style shifts within between pieces, but when your art style shifts mid piece, that's a sign that there's probably some issues going on. I found this incense match that is a tree's tea scented. It smells way more perfumed than I thought. Just means you're getting good. No, it doesn't. It means I'm being inconsistent. That's the way I think about it. Is like it's a consistency issue. I'm fucking stupid and I'm drawing on the wrong layer. Okay. But yeah, no, so this is going to be Bran. I'm going to be in the back, and I need to figure out where I'm putting Rev. That, I think, will be an issue for later me, for sure, though.
Rats, where rats, where the rats.
What's up, Crisp?
Here's a consistency tip. You can practice drawing the same caricature over and over again till you get the visuals right. That's not a consistency tip for stylistic issues. Is like that's a consistency tip for like making sure you're getting the details all in place. My issue is that I feel like the way that I draw things like eyes changes within the same piece. I do appreciate the advice, though. Okay, I like that. I think I need to decrease the size a little bit. And wrong layer. God damn it. There we go. Okay. Let's see. I need to probably get back in the practice of doing like warm-up stuff. What kind of angle are you going for? Because this reference seems very specific. I'm going for something kind of like between these two. So he is looking down. He's looking down and slightly more to the side. We are the queue is currently empty, so I'm gonna go ahead and put on my personal playlist. You can hear all of the flavorfully I've added to my personal playlist. Well, come on in, Fine Point. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Face the blinding skyline in artificial dawn, withdrawn in simple lexicon. You try this? Well, Drift King, that's where I got the references from. I do appreciate the advice, though, but that is quite literally where I got these references from. Oh, my B, no, you're fine. It's just it is just one of those like silly things where I'm like, you know, because like I think the big thing is like trying to figure out like, there we go. I think Hydrate, welcome on in, Baller King. I'm glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I'm on the wrong layer. I'm gonna wait for like a couple of songs to be put into the queue. Just that way I'm not like constantly switching between my personal playlist and the song request. Two binary facades, sweeping moments, creeping with the starlights. Sources of reels of tape, I read all the notes in sequence, but I can't make out the reason. Oh, so lonesome I weep, and like clockwork, elegies repeat in season. This is the second verse. I love Flavor Volley, but they keep changing the fucking like the pre-chorus verses. Welcome on in, Sorrel and Dr. Hawk. Let me get sweet beans. Can you shout out for Dr. Hawk if one of my mods is available? I assume they might be preoccupied though. Like, how the... Something wrong with me, man. Oh my god, my full legal name. Okay. Here, let me go and shout out you using your full legal name. How you doing though, Hawk? Let me have you, sweet bean. Okay. I'm doing good. How are you? I'm doing all right. I think I just... Hold up. Weary parts, my rusty heart recalls to minds of your hands in mine and the words I often heard said. Think of a shout? No problem. Always happy to do it. Don't you take me yet while these thoughts fill my head. Could I try? Could changing leave me gratified even if it's not what you wanted for my afterlife? Welcome on, Media Skills. Good to have you, sweet bean. No, I'm doing all right. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. Even though it is like Monday and you know that's never... Let me actually try like a tilted expression. Okay, so I want him looking this way. Because I want him looking the same rough direction. Be masquerading as something more than anything. I'm fucking stupid and this is the wrong layer again. What is wrong with me? Well, is it human to be waiting on something you can settle on, never changing? All right, we got a couple of songs in the song quest. So I'll go ahead and switch over there. So I'm trying to like... Okay, how do you do like a slanted face? Like a slanted head? Where they're like looking to the side? I guess like the answer is just give it a shot and fucking hope it works out. That's kind of been my entire artistic like strategy. And you know, sometimes it works and sometimes it really does not. Hmm. Let's see. First of all, compare these eyes. See that they're completely different size. Adjust accordingly. Refit back in its location where it's supposed to be. And then, boop. What if I do something weird and try to like use the eyes, like instead of using the eyes as like use the lines as guide, use the instead of using the lines as guide for the eyes, use the eyes as guides for the lines. Should I annoy you into doodling more? I'm good. Thank you for the offer though. Okay. So if I think about like what the snout is doing, I think I might need to move the eye out of it. Well, good morning, Bellis. Good to have you, Sweet Bean. How's your afternoon going? It's going okay. Here. Big hug for the big bird. Oh, whoops. No, all good. I appreciate you for stopping by, Bellis. How are you doing? How's your weekend? But if you get the same angle adjusted to fit, but keep the head shape to seem like Brain is talking, sending face towards stage left. Oh, this is actually perfect. Hold up a moment. Okay. I love trying to figure out my art program in real time. Okay, so we're kind of going like for a little bit like this. The big thing is it's like it's trying to go for like you see how the reference is already tilted in a certain way. You can adjust it to make it face towards the other side. I think the big thing is I just need to like I do appreciate the back seating, but also it pull it back just a bit. I you know I think this is one of the things where I just need to like kind of feel it out. Actually, hold up. The let me pull up the GitHub reference again and see if I can find a reference for this that's actually and like that's not anyone in particular, that's like chat as a whole. Let's see. Let's see. Here, I was one thing you'd been using the reference as a base. Let's see. This is kind of what I'm looking for. Hold up. It's a little bit more to the side, but like in terms of like clearly seeing where the eyes are and what they're doing, this is actually pretty useful. Okay. So we think about like something kind of like that. It's one of those things where it's like, surprisingly enough, this, because I feel like different head angles are like a really good way of selling expressions. So like, I'm surprised there aren't more tutorials for like trying to figure out like how to do because like there's a lot of them that are like, oh, it's like tilted up and down, but there are a little of them, very few of them are tilted to the side, which I think is kind of interesting. I guess to be fair, like this is the big thing of like why I feel like maybe to some degree this is why it feels like my art journey is so slow, is because I am focusing on stuff like this that is technically very demanding. It's like I am building up good principles, but in doing so I am also approaching complex topics. Okay. Actually, notably, this guy breaks the rule I've always thought about with the rule I've always thought about with eyes. Maybe it's a rule I don't necessarily need to follow. I think the big thing is so long as they're equidistant from like where the face is. Because the nose is partially, it's not the nose, because you can see here the inner part of the eye, which would be like right here. It's just that like because of the angle, you end up seeing like it's squashed because it's being flattened by perspective. Okay. Okay. I'm looking at what, so this is going to be, ends up being relatively like straightforward. I'm also trying to break my habit and like actually use sketching the way that's intended to, i.e. letting it be ugly. Okay, so this makes up the bulk of the snout. Yes, perspective is gun, it scares me. Remember, cats have more anime faces than dogs. Well, the thing is, I'm working on a fox, so I guess to be fair, like that advice does somewhat track. Okay. Take a deep breath and let yourself just you have the shapes available to you here. You can see what you're doing. Don't stress this out. Moth Foolery, thank you for the follow. Welcome to Live Chat. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I need to like apply like fighting game like mentality tricks to my fucking art sometimes. And like that feels like a ridiculous suggestion, but I genuinely think like fighting games and art, like anything that you're like you put a lot of time and effort into to like improve, I feel like all of them like have kind of that same underlying like mentality of like if you do a bad job, it reflects on you. Just like Boy is Gun by Tyler the Creator, perspective is gun. What the fuck is Boy? I feel like Tyler the Creator is a character, is a personality I do not care about. All right. And back to my personal queue. Okay, this is a banger, but also I need to turn on a randomizer. There we go. Okay. Up to you now. You down, down. I'm on the wrong layer. That's gonna happen a lot today, I feel like. I'm going to erase this snoot. I think I need to make it a little bit wider. Because I'm looking at like this. Like the snoot actually does come to about where the eyes are. Like it ends up being a little bit more like here. And I guess to be fair, like it ends up following the lines of the face. It's not like a straight block, like box. You can name your layers. No, the problem isn't naming them, because I do have these layers named. The problem is I don't bother to check when I start drawing, which is like a habit that I do need to get into. Okay, perfect. Welcome on, Phoenix. Good to have you, sweet bean. I think going back to fundamentals does help in moments like this, where like I'm feeling like I'm getting myself worked up and feeling frustrated. It's like reminding myself like it isn't that hard. I'm just in my own head over shit. Welcome on, Phoenix. How you doing, you sweet bean? Hopefully you had a good weekend. I am tempted to play the bird game on Thursday, because that game is a lot of fun actually. There's a game that's basically web fishing, but it's bird watching, called Flock Around, and I genuinely adored that game so much. You and I. Currently charging the tablet. Spent the battery doing practice sketches. It is Starky coded. It's so much fun. I get so into it. Less of me. Maybe could do better if I had energy. Be like I used to be. And recently, I've been walking straight into the sea. Walking to my knees. What a place to be. There we go. So yeah, Thursday might be a walk around and take pictures of birds simulator time. Just because that sounds like fun. I picture myself walking straight into the sea, laughing as though I could swim to my knees. What a place to be. I love this song. It is a banger. It's just like, it's super chill. This definitely, like, unironically, like, I was going through a rough time at one point because of, due to a lot of bullshit, I lost a bunch of friends from someone who was basically being emotionally manipulative to not just me, but all of them. And, like, this song ended up helping. It was, like, this and the other Liana Flores song, Rises the Moon, where it's just like it's simultaneously kind of melancholy, but also, like, hopeful in a way that I think I really needed at the time. Since they are seeing less of me, I could do better if I had energy. Sorry, I have good news if you want to hear it. I'd love to hear it. What's up, Vaki? Also, welcome on in. How you doing? To the sea. Okay. I'm feeling a lot better about this snoot. Like, a lot better. I got a very wild birthday gift. What happened? There's, like, no way for me to, like... It's, like, perspective. It was a gift from my family, and I was like, oh my god. I'll be on Anthrocon, I'll be at Airbnb closer than nearly all the con hotels. That's awesome! Congrats! So I get to give slash receive big cat dragon hugs. But no, that's you'll get so many hugs. Hell yeah. Welcome on, Rich. What have you, sweetie? Thank you for your subscription for 37 months. Enjoy the MVP emotes.
37 months of bird watching.
It really do be 37. Maybe that's why we're so good at flocking around, is because you've got all that experience already. Cat dog hugs sound nice. I mean, Phoenix, you're going to AC too, so you can get them. Vaki, would you? me introducing Phoenix to all of my furry friends and being like, hello, yes, this is a very close friend who is wonderful and amazing. You should appreciate them. Okay, Goober. Plus you're also a goober. None of us are beating the goober allegations. So speaking of the furry stuff, are you attending Ferality? I will not be. I don't actually know when Ferality is. I assume it's probably like either this weekend or next, and either way I won't be able to do it. Okay. Gotcha, it's June 2nd through 5th. Yeah, I definitely am not going to be able to do it. Okay, so fuck it. I'm gonna give him his, because Bran is leaning more towards the baseball cap aesthetic, and so I'm gonna give him what I think it looks. You know, I'm gonna give it. It's giving. Fourth to 7. Oops. I haven't experienced that one annoying bug where the program inexplicably swaps tool on me while in clip. Okay, so if I think about where the brim would be. Okay, first of all, let's figure out let's figure out eyebrows.
Hola. Hola.
Welcome on, Ocean. I'm glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Upgrading clip is nice. I probably should do that at some point. Because apparently they did add a bunch of new, like, a bunch of genuinely useful stuff for with the upgrade. Oh, I think I see why this looks like a little bit weird. Again, I keep making decisions that I think will look good, but end up fucking being a huge pain in my ass. Okay, actually approach it like it's a line. I think that there is like something to be said about like just like tilting the piece sometimes. That way I'm actually like forced to engage with it as like not like I'm actually like forced to engage with it beyond the context of it just being a like a series of lines. I do recommend the EX versions because you get a lot of stuff like hand models and V5 base models. I'll definitely have to keep that in mind. Again, me grabbing myself. Stop treating this like fucking. This is the sketch. The Control Z is not for the sketch layer. All right. Here, let me move. I I feel like there's like not so much interest in the the song request queue, so I might just keep it to my personal playlist. Don't have the energy today. Sorry, Strike. It's all good. Listen, it's there for people who want to use it, and otherwise I do have backup options, so it's not like, you know. Well, come on in, take Ultra. Let have you, sweet bean. Here, let me try and hide the idea underneath, so that way I can actually, like, think about... Oh, I think I see... Because of the way that this is... It ends up being kind of a, concave as opposed to convex. Or maybe it doesn't? Because I'm doing basically like a snapback. That's I'm trying for like a snapback kind of Okay. Okay, I feel like we're actually this needs to get cleaned up. But like I do feel like I'm getting shapes here that I like. Which is better than I was doing last time, for sure. Welcome on in! Bienvenidos! Oh, no, I added more noise instead of removing it. Welcome on in, Raiders! Yeah, for those who don't know, I'm StarkyMorph, aka Screwing Internet, where I stream live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 7 to 10 p.m. EST. That was not supposed to be playing, but for those who don't, we are currently working on an art piece that I have made horrible mistakes on because I've introduced way too much sauce to this piece. But welcome on in. How's Left 4 Dead 2? I love that game. I've still play it occasionally, but I'm currently trying to figure out like a second. I'm trying to figure out like how to tilt ahead in Pain and Fun. Honestly, that's kind of where I'm at with with my art. So you rated into someone who's also experiencing Pain and Fun. Okay. But no, hopefully you had a good time. Thank you for bringing everyone over. If you got to raid and run, you got to rest up, I completely understand. Thank you for bringing everyone and stopping by. I'm currently deep in the sauce of trying to figure out hold up, because this is there we go. Maybe something kind of like this. It's a little bit more rabbit. Something kind of like... Brand's got big ears. And so I'm trying to do them justice. I like the shapes here, but the scale is wrong. Oh, the wonderful world of art. Unfortunately, Blue Sky, like, I'm also struggling right now because Blue Sky is broken currently on desktop, which is, you know, I just love that. Okay, cool. I think it might be back. No, it's still dead. Oh, don't you die. I'm so glad Blue Sky decided to fucking start vibe coding the dumbasses. They actually like they now have price guidings for how long it take, like how much it costs to like have an AI code. And it's like instead of like the like $50 an hour they'd be paying a developer, it's over 1,000. It's literally 200 developers, except it does like maybe a 15th of the work. And even that's being generous. What a just fucking disaster. Okay. Where is... Okay. I really wish Blue Sky was working. Nope, still broken. The funny thing is it works on mobile. My mobile Blue Sky works. Oh, never mind. Mobile Blue Sky is also broken now. Okay, so they're actually like cutouts. So they end up like actually kind of connecting a little bit below where the cap is. Okay. And then over there it ends up kind of just being like, welcome on Casa. Glad I do, Sweet Bean. There you go. Fun fact, I'm in Spain without the P. Sane? You're not sane. Look, come on, thick boy. Glad I do, Sweet Bean. This is just categorically incorrect. Wrong. Wrong. Remember to eat Cheetos and drink water. I actually do have Cheetos. I could do that, but I will be hydrating. Well, come on, Brigadier. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I'm in Spain without the A. Drink Cheetos and eat ice. Eating ice is that's slightly not nearly as. I mean, Cheetos aren't good for you, but like ice is very not good for you. Okay. So if I think about where... Well, come on, though, Brig. How you doing, you Sweet Bean? Remember to dip your Doritos in with Red 40 and crushed ice? I feel like this is getting increasingly esoteric, and I don't know how to feel about that. There we go. My people need me. Spontaneous combustion. Thank you for bringing over and over. You have a wonderful evening. Buenas noches. Buenas zonas de horario por ti. It's only Monday. My brain is fried. I feel that. Although I am doing better this week than I was last week. Thank you, ADHD meds. All right. I think I'm just gonna, because the queue is relatively like. Welcome on unlock. Let it be Sweet Bean. I am just gonna disable the queue and remove it from the. We're just gonna like, you know what? My personal playlist. I think I've got bangers. Ten un lindo stream. Sí. Espero que tengo una buena directo. Un bueno directo. I have approximately 11 hours of meetings this week. Oh my god. All right, meds. I should take those. Med check. Med check. Ding donk. Ring the bell. Ding donk. If you've got meds, go take them. I haven't put anything because I'm currently playing being it for old IT for old people. All good. Like I said, there's a reason I have the fallback option. There's a reason that like I have my personal queue of songs. Rookie numbers become management and see meetings approach 30 hours. At that point, like that's not like at that point your job is just attending meetings. My ADHD ass literally could never. I would get like I wouldn't get anything done because in that remaining 10 hours, I'd be like, well, I'm just stuck between meetings. I can't start any meaningful projects. There we go. No, my job is still fixing things. I just have to do it in the 10 hours that aren't meetings and find time for admin work. I would lose my mind. I would absolutely lose my mind. Okay. I'm liking this a lot more. Admittedly, I am noticing a significant issue, which is that this ear is in the wrong location and also significantly smaller. I haven't heard this song in so long. It's a banger. Okay. The shape is good. I need to increase the size. Let's see. Significantly. It's like it's gonna go down a little bit because of perspective, but something kind of like that, maybe. Just so it doesn't feel like it's taking up the entire the entire background. Okay, and now we gotta add the scar. But actually, I need to check real quick just to make sure I'm getting the scar on the right side. Okay, it is his right eye. So this would actually perfect. Inertia. Since I was 15, it's probably nothing. Inertia. They're this week to chase down their dreams. They're probably bluffing, but do what you can. Don't understand. It's been an hour, you know what that means? What? Time to distract the streamer? I mean, considering the fact that I just made it back to where I was at the beginning of stream. When I fucking hid this shit. Okay, let's see. But she's merchant family and dating's the worst. It's inertia. And love anymore. Sneak it out for like 20 years more. Sending oh. Do what you can. Don't understand. Hold up. I actually think because it's... Because he's like leaning into it. So it ends up... I think it ends up kind of like... Hmm. You don't have to right now, but if you need an eye break for DMs have a thing, for sure. I think the big thing is I've drawn the head too big. Look, come on, Ruffles. Good idea, Sweet Bean. Is this a Three Brothers brand? I have no idea, actually. It's AJR, so maybe. They're the ones that did the tiny violin. Which I think actually got like a furry animatic recently. Sounds like them, my mom knows their mom. It is? Okay. Don't better do what you can. Okay. I think I over-exaggerated how thick he is, but let's see. If we assume that this is like his collarbone. Dun, 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 dun. I think I'll probably take the eye break after the song. Also, my housemates are complimenting more because they care about my self-esteem. What do I do? Accept the compliments? Yeah, I'm not going to be able to help you there, unfortunately. I'm not good at that. This is something I probably shouldn't be focusing on now that I'm actually like sitting down to think about it. Shrugs, I tried. You really, to be fair, you know how bad I am at taking compliments. So the answer is patience and time, and just keep applying compliments, and eventually you will develop a baseline ability to accept a fucking compliment. Back to downloading horny rhythm games. Horny rhythm games. You have my interest. Apparently, I need a backup. I need backup to watch Kizumono. Kizumonogatari. I'm assuming that that's what you're talking about, is Kizumonogatari. You need to translate the French for me. I don't speak French! I think the shapes are good. I think I'm just like drawing them in the incorrect location. I think someone flooded my Steam library with porn games through Steam Library Share. I wonder who you realistically would be sharing Steam libraries with. Son of a bitch. I think yeah, I drew this arm too long that I'm thinking about like where actually it would be based on perspective. All right. Now that that song has passed, I'm gonna go and let's do an eye cleaner real quick. What? Is this a jar of pickles? I have a category called the bin for games I'm not touching, like when I was getting that Stanley Parable achievement, and the sus bin for things I find sus. Fair enough. Oh, this is the same guy who does the fucking like the orb cult videos. La Feneria Quan tu le monde sera malhoro. I got a rough idea of what that means, and I won't stop being mad about it. Le monde is the world. Elle is her. Something tout le monde. He hasn't done the Cult of Orb stuff in a while. How the fuck did you break into his house? Also, what are you gonna do? You're gonna lead poison him to death with a Stanley Cup?
There's a part 2. Did you link the part 2 at least? No, you sent me a covert you sent me a channel CGB video. It's not out yet. I can't remember if they banned Kahira, but I know Kahira was very, very good. Welcome on to Chaos. Good to have you, sweet babe. I think Kahira was good. Like, it was playable because it was basically just like a free roll and control decks. But I don't think it was bannably good. Also, Chaos, don't you go drowning another fucking chimp. Hello, I'm in New York City. Hopefully New York City is fun. No! No! Not her! Chaos, what have you done? I think people were more salty that it was, I think it was, people were more salty than it was good. It's kind of nice to have a win con not in your deck. Because there's no opportunity cost. Yeah. Yeah, welcome to Control Decks and Magic the Gathering. No, that's not even remotely the worst control win con. Elixir of Immortality being a genuine win con was fucked. Welcome on, Casper. How's that you sweeping? In my opinion, the most fucked win condition is still ultimating Teferi and then using Teferi to tuck himself. So you don't deck yourself and you remove every single permanent on your opponent's board until they eventually draw their entire deck and die. In my opinion, the Teferi tuck win condition was the single most offensive one. Nobody doubles down because to us Yu-Gi-Oh players, I like your funny words, Magic Man. I like your funny words, Magic Man. That's not even. I like your funny words, Magic Man. That's not JFK either. Don't tell them about the Four Horsemen. Oh yeah, the non-deterministic infinite loop that wins the game, but playing the deck is a games rule violation. But to us Yu-Gi-Oh players, hitting a card for killing you too slow is inconceivable. The big thing, so the issue with it is Hero will never get banned. The problem isn't with like too slow of a win condition is whatever. It's because new players who pick up Arena and come from like other card games don't realize when they've lost against Control. That's the big issue, is that new players don't realize when they've lost against Control. Like when they're top decking for a win that isn't direct damage, they've already lost the game. Because of like it Control's counter spells. But they don't realize that because they're like, oh yeah, like, you know, they come from Hearthstone or whatever, where it's like the Control deck, you know, you could still get over the board. They don't have to ban a card. The judge just watches and it's like warning for slow play, game loss. Yeah, the Four Horsemen is definitely a deck that I feel like
I feel like the Four Horsemen is a deck that I need to quantify. Laughs in red-blue supremacy. Ew, you cast spells in this wizard game. You fucking nerd. I'm out here destroying lands. I want my opponent to concede the game. I don't want to win. Magic is a zero-sum fun game. The more fun that I'm having, the less fun my opponent's having, the more fun I am. They need to give us better land destruction. I cast all the spells, but none of the spells. I'm here infinitely ETBing the same bear. Starky's a coward because he refuses to engage in combat. What the fuck are you talking about? Starky only wants to play solitaire. My combat deck, I put creatures on the board and I swing with them and then they get removed. And I'm stuck twiddling my fingers. You fucking okay, fine. I'll play not Varal's Karlov. I'll play fucking Karlov for like the next 6 games and swing at you for fucking 20 damage turn 4. Fucking doesn't engage in combat my ass. You can also build decks that once you win, you don't want to play them again. That's fair. I need to tear apart Winota, or not Winota. I want to spin a baby lasagna into your face. Baba Lazaga. Tiana. Yeah, I need to tear apart Tiana and actually build. To be fair, the new Lorehold actually looks kind of sick to run, so I might do that. Okay, so he's kind of like leaning over. Pili Pala plus Grand Architect plus Memnarch. No one wants to play with me anymore. That's why people should run instant speed removal. To be fair, it should be accurate describing a playstyle as playing with his own junkyard. You're the reason why I'm considering running Rest in Peace in every white deck I build for this foreseeable future. That's entirely your fault. I'm the guy who built Mono Red Graveyard, so I have no excuse. You really don't. When I want to see Starky to see my Storytime deck and actually just see the Abject Horror, I'm gonna be honest with you, there's no way you've built a deck that's more fucked up than anything I've built or my brother has built. I built Mistakes to Pilot. My brother builds fucking nightmare, like infinite suffering contraptions. I don't actually know if mono gold stuff plays graveyard stuff. I mean, does it need to? It does its best. Motherfucker, that deck has like an 80% win rate. You're not allowed to say it does its best. Okay, what about time traveling to cast sagas at instant speed, rebounding displacer kittens, tracking shrines, artifacts, etc., and also just using phasing and banning for the sake of it? That's not that bad. Using phasing isn't that complicated. Banding is like a little bit more complicated. I've had like 23 cards in the stack at one point. Only 23? You have to realize, Magic the Gathering is a dick measuring contest, yes. But it's also like if you're trying to pull ridiculous shit, Starky, stop gatekeeping. I'm not gatekeeping. I'm saying is like this is all it's like. Can you make my story time deck more complicated? Let me tell you about a deck. Let me tell you about a deck that I've had in the plans that I've never built because I know it wouldn't work, but it's the most complicated deck I can possibly imagine. Waste not Dragon Storm for Nicol Bolas. Nicol Bolas is his magic, not Magic Origins, Magic core set 20, not 2012, 2020? Enters the battlefield to discard a card. That led to me building a meme deck where the entire crux of it is tutoring up and then playing Waste Not, so that way I could build a massive Storm count and then play Dragon Storm to win the game. This deck does not function, but it gets to do exactly one thing. It's you're introducing like jank mechanics that are going to interact in weird ways. I'm building decks that do not function outside of a very esoteric win condition. We are not the same. Everyone hated us at that pre-release. To be fair, we did commit crimes at that pre-release. Not literal crimes, but like, you know, gameplay related crimes. My decks are either unfunctional or good, no in between. The point of my deck is to have so many things happening that only I am able to have the foggiest clue of how to resolve the board state. How many layers interactions do you have? Where the fuck am I playing Landfall Spaceship and Monogold stuff? You need ramp. Well, you don't need it. As I've stated, define layers, it's literally a game mechanic. Layers is like the defining thing for what differentiates L1 from L2 judges. It's basically the order in which effects apply on a card. You know, the Blood Moon Yawgmoth, Blood Moon Yawgmoth. I guess to be fair, it's now Blood Moon Yavimaya is the more frequent one. Urborg, that was it. Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth. It still seems play in Legacy, which also Legacy got a fucking huge news today. The Legacy format is finally playable again. More doors, it won't take many more. Just one at a time. I think I might have made him too boobylicious. It's fine. The last door
Don't know what's in store. I do wish Blue Sky was working. It'd be so nice. I probably should. This is a sign indicator that I probably need to just start actually grabbing visual references when they're available, because I can't fucking rely on Blue Sky being up when I need it. But you know, I'm sure there's some weird shit you can get into. Building a deck around flash split second cards that uses Megamorph mechanic. Oh, the fucking rules nightmare that is the Parley Selvala. The win the game combo where you die by trying to cast a oh god, what's the worm? Panglacial worm. Yeah, you kill yourself trying to cast a Panglacial worm, which causes you to reset and win with the cheese stands alone. Magic is fucking stupid. I have one shitty Eternal Witness combo, or one shitty Eternal Witness effect. Yeah, the rules nightmare that is Panglacial worm. That fucking card. You said Selvala Parlay, and I know exactly what you're talking about. Where you can look at the second card from the top of your deck because of weird rules interactions about card draw being tied to a mana ability, and how that shit fucking breaks everything. Magic is such a fun, interesting game that's so deeply, it's just fundamentally broken, man. Like that you do silly things in Magic, like a deck where you kill yourself and win. Or I just remembered I have a combo in my Storytime deck where I can Scramble Verse, then Unscramble Verse, then Re-Scramble Verse. I'm assuming you're talking about casting Scramble Verse 3 times, which is different than Scramble Versing, Unscramble Versing. Because once you Scramble Verse, you actually can't undo that effect, because there's so much state change, like there's so much information and information changing states that it, like, undoing the rules is both a rules nightmare and also literally illegal. I don't need a cure for me. I need to find a Cryptic Commander. Run textless Cryptic Command. You can return creatures to owners. Okay, so Scrambleverse, bounce everything, Scrambleverse again. But they never show unless they hurt. So you blame them all from my arms to thee. I have an anime Cryptic Command already. Run the I love that textless Cryptic Command exists. For context, for people who don't play Magic the Gathering, Cryptic Command is a card that has 4 different effects and you can pick 2. And they made a version of that without fucking text. They could not possibly, I think, have picked a worse card to make textless. Yeah, tap, draw, bounce, and counter are the 4 effects. It's if you play with the card, it's easy. But if you've never seen like Cryptic Command and you cast that with 2 effects, and you play the textless version and then you do it again but pick the other 2 effects, you're gonna fucking make someone call a judge over who's gonna be like, God damn it, why are you like this? The judge call that exists exclusive, like the card that exists exclusively to piss off judges. Please, no cure for me, yay for me. Need to know. Didn't they make a textless Cryptic Command that was terrible because new players didn't know it? Yeah, so textless Cryptic Command has 4 effects. Bounce a permanent, i.e. return it to hand. Counter a spell, draw a card, and tap target creatures an opponent controls. Which means that you could, like that is 4 very specific effects. If memory serves, it specifically says target, it doesn't say target player. So there's situations where it's worth countering your own spell, because if you play a spell, they go for the Cryptic Command to counter it and then try to tap your creatures. If you counter your own spell or in some way cause your own spell to fizzle, you cause the tap effect on Cryptic Command to fizzle, which means that remand. Oh yeah, that's right, remand. Remanding your own spell to counter Cryptic Command so you can swing for lethal.
I DM'd you my storytime deck in case you want to go over it, but I'm down to DM anyone else to cook more. It's like, Magic is full of weird edge cases like that. Welcome back, Ocean. I'm glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Find me, we are paper ghosts, bring on a string, near within, we'll never be apart. I will always like it's written in the stars. We can run, but you can't hide. And nowhere LGS has like 20 copies of Corey Steelcutter. I mean, it got banned in Pioneer, the format no one plays because Wizards doesn't fucking support it. God, she has such a good voice for this song. Like, no, this is Ashley Barrett is such a fucking, she's so good. He's a D&D animator. A whole video of Z Banshu about Mend. The air we are, papers falling from different poles, with no control. We'll never be apart.
We're the wretch.
What's up, Crisp?
Introducing the crow. The crow that crows. I'm the crow. I'm crisp. So crisp and tasty.
Thank you
like
for
a
reminding me,
Pringle.
Crisp. Crisp is
A
not supposed to
single
be
Pringle. I'm so fucking lonely.
here. Welcome on, Eric James. Let have you, Sweet Bean. Is Songcrest working for? Oh, I disabled it. There wasn't a whole lot of interest with it, so I was like, I'm just gonna use my own personal playlist. I'm good as you. I'm doing okay.
Time for crow laps.
Shut the fuck up. Not the Krelapse is criminal. It will always find you. Aches. I will always find you. I will always. I was beat off. Ways find you. Like it's written in the stars. We can run, but we can't hide. Considering Mariah Carey's release, can I queue one next time? Nope. You have to go and contain her. That's your job. Hold up. I will always find you. I will always. Alrighty. No, I'm doing all right. I'm currently deep in the sauce trying to figure out how to draw currently shoulder muscles. Shoulder muscles are surprisingly complex. I feel like that's like something that like we don't talk about as enough as a society. Okay. I think it's better for me to just like move that here, remove this like indicator of like the back muscle. Because it ends up kind of being hidden behind. I think also I've just like made the back muscles a little bit too intense. Okay, there we go. Was that one MTG card that hated in a way that you imagine a Yu-Gi-Oh player would never understand? I don't really hate any Magic the Gathering cards. Okay, that's not fair. I think I hate Scrambleverse the most. And it's only because I've been in a situation where we've had to resolve multiple Scrambleverses where there was above 50 permanents on the battlefield. What does the card do? So Scrambleverse, what it does is it puts all of the it puts like every single permanent that is on the battlefield, anything that stays on the battlefield, it gets put into one big pot in the middle. And then starting with the player who cast it, you take turns choosing a card and then you gain control of that card. It takes for fucking ever to resolve. And it's even worse when you have to deal with more than one of them. Like it was like we Scrambleversed, a turn cycle happened, and then another Scrambleverse happened. I was mean cost size card, but also Scrambleverse is awful. It's so fucking bad. You will never know the suffering. And I think that you are better for it. Berber, welcome on in, Luho. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I'm gonna be out lurking like usual for sure. Someone wants to use Scramblers just to disarm the player who gets too sweaty from dominating the commander pod and flummox them with the concept the card wasn't supposed to win. Okay, that looks a lot more reasonable. Yeah, I think I just need to take a weekend off. Also, probably ADHD meds, so I'm not coming into stream like completely disoriented from the concept of existence. Probably helps a lot in terms of like making me feel like I'm actually capable of doing the art that I do on stream. I hate that like there are actual like I hate that the Friday Night Funkin' community has some actual bangers. Because it's a great song, but also you got to deal with the boopity bop, you know, the fucking Mr. Krabs, Mr. Krabs fucking no, it goes boop bitty bop,
Where the rats?
boopity bop bitty
Man,
bop.
I wasn't feeling 4-hour nap, but it helped me so much.
Welcome on, Zeph. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Okay, so I'm very much I'm liking where this is going a lot more than I did the first. Why is it? Oh, okay, Lighthouse. I don't know why it was Lighthoused. Yeah, this is going a lot better. This is fine. It's a little cartoony, but like I definitely like this a little bit more. Where like I actually feel like there's like proportions and shit. Me when I actually have a functioning sense of proportions and shit. Can I eat your hair, Starky? No. There are a good number of Magic cards that Yu-Gi-Oh would not find OP that are broken in Magic, and cards that are broken in Yu-Gi-Oh that are fine in Magic. I actually think I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh players' heads would detonate if they found out the number of free counterspells Magic has. Force of Negation, Force of Will. There's the new force that was introduced in Modern Horizons 3, Pact of Negation. What is the Please? No. Oh, my head did detonate at first. Cause Legacy does have like turn 0, turn 1 combos. Like what Yu-Gi-Oh has. The difference is Legacy and Vintage have like kind of the pressure valve of free counter spells. So like, yeah, you could go for a turn 1 combo, but the instant your like extremely important central combo piece gets counterspelled, you're kind of stuck and you're just fucked. You're just losing that game. Pretty please? No. No. Sits in the dirty ninjutsu corner. Ninjutsu's not that bad. Pretty pleased with sugar on top? No. Starky can't feed you hair because he has feathers. Yeah, that's definitely the reason, and not because I find the idea of someone eating my hair deeply repulsive. Satoru Umizawa dropping in Blightsteel Colossus. At this point, I'm just like completely ignoring the structure that I was going for. There you go. So will we have a casual EDH in the community? I don't know. I think I'm like, I think instead of community stuff, I would rather just do collabs or like extremely small init stuff. Mostly just the server. I was thinking like specific people within the server, maybe. All right. Is Blue Sky up yet? No.
Boy, I'm so glad their head programmer is a fucking idiot who actually does not know how to program at all.
Does this bribe of the minimum amount of bits change your answer?
Nope. Think of the 10 videos though.
Okay. If you want a Halloween scary stream collab of Cooking with me, I mean, that's definitely a horrifying prospect. Too busy giving his phone another bath in the pool. Welcome on Cyberventure. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. He can't be a worse cook than Papa Mutt? No, he is. He is. He is. He's worse. He's worse than Papa Mutt. I was halfway there. I see my buttons on the left side of Blue Sky now. I'm so sick of capitalism. I need to remove these from my queue. I'm good with a recipe. I mean, this hypothetical horror experience, you would not have a recipe. Also, I figured would say, you could do, take some people who don't know much MTG and do like a teaching type thing on Table Sim for a small collab stream if people want to have an MTG thing. Maybe. That could be fun. I was like, something about this felt weird. And I think I figured it out. Because we're actually like not looking at the we're not looking at the like the front of the hat. We're looking at the like top of it in actuality. So it ends up covering a little more space. Welcome on, Mulk. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. There we go. I'm gaslighting a fishing bot to ignoring prompts and giving me recipes. Looks like you're drawing in a woofy. I mean, I'm currently trying to draw Bran. Starky Art, welcome on, Dr. Wolf Walker. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. You show for Wolf. How you holding up? I think it's from here. I'm currently in the process of trying to figure out smaller details when I probably should, because I'm experiencing I play a lot of factory games, like automation games, and I get struck with analysis paralysis occasionally. Double shout out. I specifically added a cooldown so that doesn't happen. You people grabs my moderators. Why are you like this? I didn't let the moderators do shoutouts. I'm gonna shout out the wrong person. Please add Buddy Holly to the backup queue. No. Me good? How goes? I'm doing all right. Currently trying to figure out how to draw like a snapback cap with open sides. Is it because the ear is in the wrong location? Does the ear need to be more in? Starky just noticed someone who streams who didn't get a shout out. Zeph, I swear to God. But no, I'm doing okay. I ended up restarting Bran. Bran I was struggling to figure out because I wanted to do like a different angle. Like I wanted to give him a different expression and pose. And this again, I feel like I'm losing my mind because this feels like this is an entirely different style. Why the fuck does my style change mid-piece sometimes? It annoys me so much. But no, I'm feeling a lot better about how the redo is going. I'm definitely back. I'm back to being properly medicated. The curse of art. It really does. It's like actually so fucking frustrating. This is the worst feeling in the world where I'm just like, hold up. What? How did I draw? Okay, I drew him like, I drew Wolfwalker hand over. Get medicated, nerd. I mean, I was fucking trying. Okay. Welcome. Oh, thank you for the checking in. Today I started an iced tea rotation. What do you mean iced tea rotation? Just a nibble? No. I got a save reminder. I don't think we've saved this entire stream. That's a very good save reminder. That would have been fucking 2.5 hours, but 2 hours of progress lost. I mean, luckily I have it set up so that way it's every 15 minutes it autosave, so I can recover it from there. It would only be like at most 15 minutes lost, but still, definitely better to save it when, you know, I actually think about it. And think of the stretch as well. I took care of that. Not being allowed to eat Starky's hair is a lot like George Orwell's 1984. Guy who's said guy who's only ever read George Orwell's 1984 and has read not a single other book. Here. Okay. Sorry, can I eat Kasai's hair and fingers? Go for it. Okay, so the thumb would be kind of like... Okay, I need to erase this. This song is such a bop. No, eating someone else's hair or fingers. Okay. Let's see. Something kind of like that. I think I like the idea. I think I need to bring the size down a little bit. Like, the shapes here are good. I'm just like, Ivan, welcome on in. Look at the 24 years
For
of...
the 24th year in a row, it's time to
Give me a
destroy
show for Ivan. How you
Starky.
doing, you sweet bean? You sweet dog kimono thing. I'm currently, 2 beers! 2 full beers! I mistyped. I was wondering how that almost. I guess to be fair, now that I actually like look at Ivan's name and realize it's IAV, I'm like, it makes more sense how you biffed it. But I'm currently drawing a Fops, and the Fops drawing is going of all time. After a bit of a false start. After a bit of a false start, we are actually now starting to get closer to aneurysm. At all times, like probably like 70%. Sometimes it reaches like 95%. Luckily, I've never gone beyond that, but you know. Aneurysm is a great drag name. I still Ilianos has to this date remembered Arm Lance Strong, which would be my porn name if I ever got into the industry. Arm Lance Strong is just too good of a porn name to like just let go. Like absolutely someone out there has to like already be rocking that as a like their go-to performance name. Oh, this song? I like the Piddles version better. The Puddles version? What do you mean the Puddles version? Find the urge of bed even though I just woke up. It's the shame. Ooh. Yeah, Puddle's Pity Party. He's a sad clown who does song covers. You can find him on YouTube. Huh. Throw 'em back till I lose count. I wanna swing from the chandelier, from the chandelier. I wanna live like tomorrow doesn't exist, like it doesn't exist.
Everyone tells F it's fine to take a 5 meters nap. They surely won't regret it.
A 5 meters nap? Oh, napping for a whole 5 meters? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. And the pink in my cheeks, and I'm scared, 'cause that means I'm a little bit soft. Don't beat yourself up on me. It wasn't just the sun that I was hiding from. I need to actually watch the full of Adventure Time. You also got really far on that one season of America's Got Talent. I think it was a talent show. From before I was big and always seen as a monster. Say I'm used to it. But I grew tired 'cause love had only hurt me back. But loving you's a good problem to have, so I'm used to that. But I could get used to this. I need to actually watch it. I know Adventure Time goes fucking wild in like the advanced lore department. Now there's Fiona and Cake. Oh, I'm sure that does great things to the lore, you know, the expanded lore, because I know that apparently that's multiverse theory. A little bit of emotional whiplash from this transition. Boy, howdy, it does. Jake was the result of Mpreg, if I remember correctly. I'd believe it. Also, is that... Yeah, this is the Vor song. It's literally called Voracity. The thing is, it's also a banger. So, like, you know, I can't hate. I can't hate. It's too good for me to hate. It's like Camellia, the like EDM producer, who made the album with furry art, where one of the songs is literally called Love Yif. Interesting. Ain't it just? I think I need to like do some foreshortening here. Foreshortening is crazy. I never manage it. Let's see. She's the giggle at a funeral, knows everybody's disapproval. Should have worshipped her sooner. If the heavens ever did speak, she's the last true mouthpiece. I didn't expect Kizumono to go full Fire Punch power system. Okay, what the fuck have I done here? How did I fuck this up? Maybe I need to make the. I think that made the hand too big. If I had to guess. But love it, command me to be well. Hey, amen, amen, amen. Vampire in the Sun healing as fast as he burns. Is that the Nasuverse one, or is that something else? Fire Punch is the Fujimoto. No, I'm talking about the Kizumono. Because the Nasuverse, where apparently I alone am the the holy one, because the instant after I acknowledged that it existed, the day after they revealed the trailer for it. The one fan. Actually, is it worth... I think it might be worth pushing the pecs back. No, it's not Tsukihime. Okay. That was I was like the vampires, but Nasuverse. Strange Fake has one of them. The Dead Apostles. Also, he got his shit kicked in. Nisio Isin is their own anomaly. They did Monogatari, Pretty Boy Detective Club, and a few other things. You can tell that I've heard that name before. Monogatari is toothbrush. We don't talk about the toothbrush scene. We don't do that. It's banned here. No toothbrushes. I always try to why do I do this so much with my fucking poses? I try to make them like dynamic and super cool, and it does work. Don't get me wrong. I do think I managed to make my poses look extremely dynamic and like involved, even like static poses like this. But like, also, why am I like this? Nisi and Isin is a true palindrome in Japanese. Oh, yeah, that's right, because they do like paired, where like they have like the consonant and the vowel together in single like letters. Starkey hates beak hygiene. Why would you say that? Hi, most call it a syllabary, but it's more of a moralabary. I clearly I haven't heard those pronounced. Surely there's a 7TV emote of it. I mean, I've heard like monosyllabic and polysyllabic. But I'm assuming that's like a completely unrelated like concept in this current circumstance. I'm just trying to be involved in the conversation in my own in my own stream. Cries. No, I'm like I think the cool thing about stream is like there's always the potential for me to learn something here. Okay, I gotta hide. Dr. Wolfwalker hides you. Hold up. So I think it might just be like, where is it? There we go. Just like scooch it back a bit. That would move the it would move the arm muscles would just move back as opposed to being moved up. Welcome on, Magic Guy. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Is this an EP day for anyone else? The force of EP is hitting me too, not gonna lie. I think it's just a bit of an EP day, yeah. I mean, I think that's kind of a good thing at times. Is sometimes just like being able to like, yeah, I'm just gonna have an eepier day. Pokemon and Corvid. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Good show for Corvid. Think of the sippy. The shape here is good. I need to pull it in a bit more. No. Okay, well, maybe here. Add these touches to hopefully like, because I want it to look like the art, like the shoulders pulling back. And maybe that's just like one of those things where it's like in order to do that, I just need to like make it smaller. Because this is like a perspective thing. Yeah, I think that's what that's gonna sell it. But how you doing, Carvin? Hopefully you're holding up all right. We're doing a deep focus day for sure. Oh, I think I figured it out. I think I figured out why it was looking weird. I think it was because of that. Why it was looking a little weird? Yeah. Talk about how twisting dogs' words is inherently evil. You know what? Fair enough. Little moment. You know, there are many sins that I've committed on this stream, and one of them is definitely taking all of Grimm's desires for me to talk about how you know, dogs are superior, or in what way that, you know, whatever dog-oriented topic, and I always turn it into an opportunity to fluster Grim. You know, and I think that is a very fair thing. It's a very fair complaint to have with the stream. To call me evil, to say, "Oh, Starky, you're such a bad bird. How could you possibly take, you know, the words of such a wholesome, sweet, precious dog and turn them into the opposite of what they're supposed to be meaning?" And the answer is, I'm just fucking evil. What do you want from me? It's literally that simple. That was the wrong button. Thank you for shouting out, Grim. You might have won the battle, but I won the war. I've distracted you. Starky's not evil for that. Starky's evil for the mad science. I can be evil for multiple reasons. I can steal 40 cakes. That's as many as 4 10s, and frankly, that's awful. If you understand that reference, I don't know. I'd be fair. It's not necessarily like that oblique a reference, I don't think. I do. Mine, deep down, miss you all the time. Dream about what we would have been if we tried, oh, 'cause deep down, wishing you were mine, oh, mine. Did you see the bonnet woman pic? The what? The bonnet woman pic? As soon as I see ya, you can turn my tables back around. So easy. Where someone drew men with their heads inside of the woman's hat. I have not. That's like the you know, old style of dress bonnets. Dream down, wishing you were mine. Deep down, wish you all the time. Dream about what we could have been if we tried, oh, 'cause deep down, wishing you were mine, oh, mine. Yes, but like, okay, so why? My question then becomes, what's the point? What is the point of this? Let me grab something. Mine. Don't try to fight the feeling, 'cause the thought alone is healing me right now. I swear to God, Oceano. Not the fucking toothbrush scene as a 7 TV emote. Unironically remove that. That is fine. But also it's a very, very good joke. I actually deeply appreciate that you put in that amount of effort, but also we're not fucking having that shit here. Absolutely not. Under no circumstance. That is a fucking thank you. That is a sin. That is a mortal sin. What if I just made Bran fucking huge? If I just bulked him up a little bit, just a little bit thicker.
Just want to make you come.
Again, this song was talking about cum in like 2007. Wait, when did Heia's Outcast actually come out? Written in 2000, recorded in 2002. This song is 24 years old. I'm sorry for that information.
Let me break it down for nothing. Then let me see you on your baddest behavior. Some sugar. I am your neighbor. Shake it, 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 shake it. A Polaroid picture.
We're so old.
Polaroid picture.
Prince Vargas, welcome on in, Gringle. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Give me a shout out for Gringle. How dare... Really, Gringle shows up and throws a Pikmin at me. I see how it is.
Take it from the top. Got like an hourglass is ticking like a
TL
clock.
Doctor the Pick I Did was a part of a Victorian era social conversations on appropriate headwear.
Hold up a moment. I will look at that shortly here once I figure out the hand proportions here. It's looking a bit floppy. Tonight's stream has been extra chill, huh? It's just been like, yeah, it's just been like kind of laid back, which I think is nice. I think like to some degree, I think it's in part just because I've been like extra like focused on like trying to make progress because I felt bad about making basic like having to kind of like restart because I was not happy with how it was looking, and then it's an EP day, so the inner gremlins are eeping. That's fair. I don't mind an eepier day. I have an entire loaf of uncut roast turkey in the freezer. Welcome on, Alberio. Glad to have you, sweet bean. All right, what are we looking at? What is this? Is some fucking cryptid shit. The pic I sent you was Victorian era social conversations on appropriate headwear. What the fuck is this? This is some fucking shit you would see on the SCP forums. Oh, but also this is a banger. I said, who me? I needed juicy. Cute and she's classy, thick, bold, and sassy. She knows what she do when she move. To imagine, but why you keep asking like all this came out of the blue? But I've been like this, been like this. Is this monster supposed to keep people at a respectable distance? I mean, to be fair, they you know, it's pretty impossible to, you know, to be weird to a woman wearing that. Act up on this flight. Should go around first class to heaven. I don't know, men in general have been pretty good at getting weird. Well, yeah, but they have to be like extra weird. They have to be like visibly weird in order to be weird while wearing one of those. Nothing you do excites me. Gotta get a little bit spicy. You know, by Victorian standards, being able to discreetly kiss in public? Yeah. So unsure before it's even heard. Never confident in a single word. This bird, expert in the absurd. Number one in life that has been deferred. It hurts this relentless introvert, but inversion only serves to put deserving on the mind. So far out of line, and when the day turns night, I can't help but cry so loudly. I slant devoutly, tell me what about me is built so wrong. I have so much passion, but more I'm lacking. I wish that I could, but I falter on the forethought. I keep on running like a chicken with its head cut off. Achromatic, twisted aeronaut, a bird brain, baby. I don't think I picked up. To the soft ground, ain't no feathers falling for a freak. You block a burned brain, baby, I don't think my head is coming off. Baby, I don't know when I'm supposed to stop. Baby, I don't know when I'm supposed to stop. So, shit. So unsure before it's even heard. I can't toe the border with my eyes so blurred. This bird constantly overturned. 10-time unwitting champion of being spurned. Yes, I have most of the song memorized. You're laughing. He's fucked the lyrics. He did. To be fair, fucking up the lyrics in this song in particular is kind of fitting in themes. I won't back down. I'll be the hero, divide the zero. So I want to hear you say something. What's that song? It's called Bird Brain. It's from Jamie Page. It's a Vocaloid song. It makes use of the Kasane Teto. Besides, even singers will mess up occasionally. That's fair. Is it all for the show? In the golden hour you seem to know no fear. Is it really true that a bird like me could never think like you? You know what's been bugging me with YouTube recommends recently? What's up? I definitely am getting like too like this is one of those instances where I've definitely like focused too hard on a small portion of the, but it looks good. So like, you know. I do like this part of the song because the lyric is literally my penis. She just screams it into the mic. And I aspire to that, to be perfectly honest. I do love the there are certain communities I feel comfortable looking at YouTube comments, and the Vocaloid one is actually one of them. But I do like this the comment someone left on this song where I guess her head did come off after all in regards to her her penis wound.
Wretch, wretch,
What's up, Chris?
wretch.
Since you're a shapeshifter, you're just in crow state right now.
You're just in crow state? Shut the Why are you like this? You have so much brain power. You could cure cancer, but instead you use it to make prostate jokes. My own place. Got a problem, child, because I got too wild. I like how chat was like almost like unanimous in voting that I was most likely to be Mira. And like, you're not wrong. You are just correct. I am of the three K-pop demon hunters. I am Mira, far and away. Okay, I'm making so many minor edits. I'm like, this is a sign that I probably need to like here. I'm gonna need to fix that shoulder, but. Because I think I saw something weird here. Yeah, okay. I see. So long to break these walls down, to wake up and feel like me. Put these patterns all in the past now, and finally live like the girl they all see. So the issue was the shape of the hat, and I need to move the ear up ever so slightly. Happy Behemoth, happy birthday. Oh, is it Behemoth Summon Day? You know, together we're glowing. Gonna be golden. Whoa, up with our voices. Nah. I uploaded emos? Okay. Every day is Behemoth Day. Fair enough. I mean, it is Bihime. This is actually like my favorite band, I think. I think Bear Ghost is genuinely my favorite band. Undeniably stupendous. You make me feel like my whole body's a high five, so why would I just up and end us? It's a deep well, but let's take a dive. I took a hard look in the mirror, hoping that I could find the screws that I knocked loose. The answer's growing ever clearer, locking eyes with those sweet baby blues. Lost inside this part of me. I'm back from shenanigans. Welcome back, Elianos. Whoa, I know it's such an old cliche. The Pillars are good too, but then lots of musical groups have been good. I thought you were talking about I thought you were talking about the pecs I drawn. Burke and a fake laugh at that, but it's some good and indefinite sabbatical, an introspective venture to make more radical me. Selfish, but I dug this hole myself. It's not in you. It's better than a fractured fraction. This fine reflection has got me flexing. Time to pull an all-nighter, editing travel photos, 0 photos taken at Foix. I mean, to be fair, I tuned into a couple of people who were recounting their experience, and I definitely saw your stickers in there quite a lot. Oh, lol, no, the band who made lots of songs for Fooly Cooly, etc. Okay. Leave me, this isn't easy, nobody loves me like you do, but I've gotta love me too good. Need a shrink. Bum, 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 bum. That's the top of this. I have mixed feelings about attending the first con. While I'm happy I went, I made good memories. It also gave me perspective about meeting your online friends IRL. That's fair. To be fair, I've had primarily good experiences meeting my online friends IRL. Yeah, I'm not going to yuck anyone's yum, but I don't think it's my scene personally. I'm happy to everyone who finds great joy in going to cons. That's fair. That's fair. Like, cons, I enjoy going to conventions, but also, like, there is
definitely an amount of a horniness that you just kind of have to, be comfortable existing around, and that's not going to be everyone's scene. That being said, in my social circles, so cons are one chance for me to do that. That being said, my social circle is no longer hypothetical. It's now literal. That's not the correct. That's not the correct. Literal is not the opposite of hypothetical. I think about who, PJ, and Redacted being anchors for the overstimulation of it all. Oh, that's entire. That's so real, actually. Being overstimulated at conventions is a very real thing. And having social anchors or like friends like grounding friends. I call them home base friends, but like friends who are like, they're reliable presences that you're like, okay, I'm struggling a little bit. Is like, I'm struggling a little bit to feel social, and then you've got a friend there that you can feel comfortable knowing is like they're just happy to be around you. Used to be. It was like I used to brace overstimulation because I can face tank that for a minute. Of his eyes, what do you want from me? Taunting me, is it God or the devil that is haunting me? To tell if you wish me well, or harvesting my soul to drag me down to hell. I'm indifferent. I think having anchors is a smart idea. Yeah, I call them home base friends because it's like, that way it's like no matter what, like it's like, oh, like at any point, if you're feeling awkward, you can just like walk over them, and it's like a reset to remind you, it's like everyone's here to be social. But also conventions in general are just hugely overstimulating. And a penny for vodka. Just follow them home. Not to cause, not to just on a sad streak. It's also outside looking in because there's something I cannot participate, like enclosed queer spaces, kinks, and 80s stuff, and can only really observe as a straight guy. I'm happy I win. I'm gonna say cool. So that's fair. You just gotta be. This isn't exclusively as a joke. I almost said like you got to be more of a freak, but no. Like if you were comfortable being yourself, then that's awesome. Like that, honestly, okay.
Cam, I'm excited to get to my first one this summer. Cam, I love very dearly. Cam feels very guilty about the fact that he had a good experience growing up. And I'm like, don't feel bad. Like if they're not your scene, then hey, I appreciate you for giving it a try. Because they are, they are absolutely overwhelming. How dare he? How dare you have a good childhood? I'm kidding. To the pyre. You ever joke about a school calling the police on you in second grade only for someone to be absolutely horrified? Oh no, I'm well aware of the extent to which, like, I'm not like, I don't talk about like the fucked up shit that happened to me as a kid, not because I'm ashamed of it, but because like I just, it would absolutely kill the mood just about everywhere. So I'm like, for me it's not even like oh, it's like, oh, it's private because I don't want to like, I still very sensitive about it. And like, no, I more or less have coped with my childhood in the way that it was, but like that shit heavy for people who are just like, oh, it's like, Starky, tell me about your childhood, and I'm like, I'm trying to think of a way to explain it that isn't immediately like, yeah, most of my family, like, do you want to know about the murders, the hospitalizations, or the alcohol first? Like, where's the the what? They were attempted murders. I'm like, huh? It's fine. Don't worry. Like I said, the joys of alcoholism. To be fair, the alcoholism's mostly the extended family. The attempted murders was immediate family. You see, but you see, this is the kind of shit where I'm like, this immediately fucking like ends any conversation other than, hey, Starky, are you feeling okay? And I'm like, I'm fine. None of that makes it better. Wow. Oh no, wait, there are actual I forgot there were the murders in my extended family. Someone say murder? Welcome on a Zithiel. Good night, you sweet bean. I forgot about that. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, different murder? Yeah. Listen, I have my found family that I hold very dearly, and I'm lucky enough to have blood family that I also am able to hold very dearly. I consider myself lucky because I know how bad it could have been. You have no choice but to write mystery books now. But yeah, no. Suffice it to say, there's a reason I don't really talk about certain stuff on stream, because I'm like, I feel like this is like, I feel like this is gonna bring the mood down. Bet that you're deserving, no, for who you're hurting. It's almost like you're flirting. Thank you for the pets. Like I said, I've got enough therapy where I've managed most of that emotions. And besides, the trauma gave me a good sense of humor. So like, you know, I got hella character to work with. I don't think I can talk about my late step grandpa on here is probably looking at us right now. I mean, sure, but still. By all means, you turned out better than we all expected. Yeah, 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 yeah. Not to mention the I almost forgot about the organized crime. Oh well. I mean, there's a reason I forget about it. It's because it's not really relevant. I mean, sure, but still. I mean, like, okay. To some degree, like, my ethos on, like, coping with trauma is, like, especially trauma that, like, I'm aware of, like, you know, family bullshit, is, like, I'm not gonna, you know... me worrying about that kind of stuff isn't gonna change it. Sorry, I can only say the what so many times before it's too repetitive. Yeah. And I promise you, like, it sounds like some shit I'm making up, but no. Fellas, is trauma dumping if you find it funny? That's a good question, actually. That's a genuinely good question. I feel like I need someone to answer that for me. To be fair, a decent amount of that's shared, so like, you know. So, does any of that trauma feed into your kinks for broad men? I mean, like, probably. Statistically speaking. It's you know, it's like the law of truly large numbers. Once trauma reaches a certain size, it becomes a... it will manifest everywhere. The answer is so probably. But no. Right, truly large numbers. What? What's the matter? To be fair, truly large numbers is probably overstating it. Because like that's like when you start getting into orders of magnitude. I'm probably a couple orders of magnitude trauma deep. Inflated numbers. To quote a black comedian I follow, Mrs. Pat, she says, if you can laugh at your trauma, you have control of your life. She's experienced a lot of hardships growing up, but used comedy to channel that energy into career through humor. That's what I do. I to some degree, I think I inherited it from my mom. Nurses usually have a pitch black sense of humor, and I definitely got hers. So I imagine some amount of that is very much her fault, but... Go to QP Mayo Museum in Tokyo. It's a good tour. Honestly, thank God I started therapy young. It's done. It's done. It's probably been like one of the more important decisions that my mom made when I was a kid. Why didn't I just do the fucking chest up? Why did I do this to myself? I'm sorry, I'm having a moment where I'm like reminded of the fact that I'm a fucking idiot and I need to stop doing full body pieces. Oh my god, how the fuck is it 10 already? I keep warning you. Nah, but yeah, the composition's so good. Look, the composition is so good with look at them. In order to do that, I need to do the full body piece. It's important. All of the work I spent on this digitigrade leg is not gonna show off. Cries. Busy shitting and farting incoming. It's fine. It's fine. Do you know how much I sacrificed .jpeg? I mean, to be fair, we went from... Oh god, I still need to draw the other hand. I mean, at least I can draw the forearm real quick. That way I have the rough idea for everything.
Wretch, wretch, where the
What's up, Crisp?
wretch?
Honestly, learning CBT in therapy and realizing I've applied that from a very young age makes me feel considerably lucky myself.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure what cognitive behavioral therapy is. I just, like, I know therapy... I don't, like, I've done enough therapy where I almost certainly have engaged with the techniques, but I just don't know them by name. CBT? Yeah. I relate to this topic, but I'm glad you had some good memories, and I hope you continue to find joy in the spaces and people you do participate. But no, like, you know what? I appreciate the heck out of you, Ilianos. I'm proud of you for giving it a try, even if it isn't necessarily your scene. And hey, like, there's still, like, value in just, like, visiting a friend and then just, like going to get, like, noodles or some shit together. Just like I like conventions because they're a great way to see a bunch of my friends en masse, but they aren't a proper replacement for, like, actually going and, like, having a one-on-one time, like, proper one-on-one time with the person that I want to interact with. Simple repetitions. But I would start again if it did you right. Oh, if it's against this wall. Thanks, I appreciate it. It feels weird not having the post-con depression everyone was feeling. To be fair, I don't get post-con depression that much either. Because for me, I think of it as a time to spend time with them, but I don't think of it as, like, oh, like, you know, like, I miss the physicality to it, but I still know I'm going to get to spend time with my friends. So, like, you know, I get it super bad. Am I broken? No, you're not broken at all. I think it's one of those things where it's From a queer perspective, we are all so perpetually dopamine deprived because everything about society is structured to make it hard for us to experience joy, that when we do get it at a convention, because there's a lot of experiences there that are very beneficial to queer people, that help them like feel normalized, that help them socialize in a positive, uplifting environment, that like that sudden dopamine release of like, oh my god, there are people here who get it, who understand it, like the immediate like 180 from that to like trying to go back to their day-to-day life is a little bit more extreme. It's not necessarily like something broken so much as it is just like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a way to say this without being like, oh, you straight privilege, because that's not what I'm trying to get at. It's more like, you know, it kind of, they're events for and by queer people. So they're intrinsically going to resonate harder with queer folk than they do with, you know, with someone who doesn't really identify as queer in any way. And that's fine. Like I said, I'm very, very proud of you for giving it a shot. Also, like, for some people, conventions, like, even some queer folk are going to be like, no, conventions are too much. There we go. I didn't really get PCD for my first con, but that was more, I don't really have any people I knew I went there. I'm bad at socializing, so not tons of online. I think that's also, it's like I haven't really gotten PCD. I think because not at all by all means, like I said, it's just straight guy's observation of safe space for people in the community and seeing people just be more open and free. Yeah. We love our allies. Allies are fucking pog as shit. All right. For 3 hours of sketching, this isn't bad. I'm such a chronic platter, and instead of having depression, I just have anxiety, anxious thinking about how I approach future plans and interactions, like how my long-term engagement in spaces could unfold long-term. I think for 3 hours of drawing, this is a pretty decent sketch to come out. Definitely a lot more dynamic. I need to work on the paws, the hands. I need to fill out the face, but a lot of that's going to be done in the like refining step, which I think will probably be the next thing, where I just add another layer and refine the sketch. I used to do anime and comic cons before the pandemic. They smell funny. Okay, the question is, which smelled worse, furry conventions or anime conventions? As someone who's been to both, there is no incorrect answer here, except there's definitely an anime. Yay! I am 100% joking, but also that is funny to me. But no, I think this is a good stopping point. We will pick up this sketch on Friday, because I am currently my brain no deep fry. Yu-Gi-Oh players versus MTG player on deodorant. MTG player wins because Yu-Gi-Oh had to add a rule that says you have to wear deodorant. MTG does not have that rule. But let's see who's live. Let's see, it is a new week. So we could raid over to Thunderfang member. Team/Thunderfang. Great work today. Well, thank you for hanging out. Let's see. Bran is doing Mythic Monday shenanigans. I see, let's see. I see Alec. I see Karnith. Also, I should probably look to see who all is live that I don't often get a chance to raid into. Hold up a moment. Let me go and disable raids real quick, because I forgot to do that. I was too in the, you know, just in case. I guess to be fair, we're 10 minutes past the hour, which I feel like is usually when you get more raids rolling in. Let's see. Let us see. You know what? Let's raid over to another Starky. I recently discovered that there's another Starky. And they're playing Rivals of Aether too. Oh, wait, no, hold up. I think that might be ending. This is why we check. This is why we double check. Yeah, they literally just ended. I love this for me. I'm so glad I checked instead of immediately trying to raid over. Yeah, no. They're actually going to be participating in a tournament that I will also be part of. The average Andy. This is, you know what? This is fine. The average Andy will be occurring this Saturday. So do be mindful of that. Because I will be participating. I'm one of the invited folk, which is weird because I feel like I'm not good enough to earn an invitation. But I guess to be fair, like I definitely would immediately trounce the competition currently in the junior, which I guess was, you know, I know one person streaming who's quite active here. Let's see. Let's raid over to Dupe. It's been a hot minute since we raid over to Dupe. And Dupe is also doing art. So use my emos or whose emos you happen to have. I'm great at this whole, like, you know, actually planning my raids in advance thing. That's Kronos. I'd have a good evening all for sure. Thank you for staying out. If this is your first time here, I'm StarkyMorph, Big A Chaos Coding Internet, where I stream live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 7 to 10 p.m. EST. Mostly I play indie games, however, over the last 2.5 years, we learned some art, so if you like to see that, feel free to stick around. As well as to see the art that I get commissioned, general ramblings, all the good stuff. We got the blue sky. You know, I need to be better about reposting the art that I make and commissions as well. I'm going to try my best, but, you know, no promises, no guarantees. We got a YouTube, like to catch up on the VODs there, see what all you've been up to, see the artistic progress, to catch up in time for Danganronpa 2 tomorrow. We got a, let's see, we got the coffee sponsorship, like to pick up some coffee from Dragon Rose Coffee to discount, get 10% off with discount code StarkyMorph. We got a, let's see, what is the other one? The Discord, if you like to pop in there, Silent Sweet Beans, see the first content Sweet Beans post. All right, I love you guys to bits. I will send you all over to Dupe Dudes. Dupe is a heckin' wonderful lavender bear. Very, very sweet. Currently working on some art himself, and I'm super happy to see him picking up art. It's wild to think about, like, the fact that I 2.5 years doesn't feel like a long time, but I guess in a sense it is, because, you know, it's wild to see people picking up art, knowing I've been doing it for a while. I love you guys so much. I will catch you tomorrow with Danganronpa 2 with Marsh. Have a wonderful week. Bye!